Lamar Jackson, let's put some more respect on his name. He is 6th among all quarterbacks in success rate, meaning he's keeping his offense on schedule more than 51% of the time. Not only do I like the Ravens, guys, but I think I'm going to do an alternate spread. This could be a go big or don't go at all kind of situation. I like Ravens -6.5 at +125, just avoiding the key number of 7. But again, you look at what this Titans defense can't do. I expect a fantastic bounce back spot, and they're handling this London trip really, really well. Hard not to love the Ravens in so many respects, and Zay Flowers to go over his prop. Definitely love those bets.
And we're going to go to Zay Flowers to begin with. Because right now, Zay Flowers does have, if you want to sprinkle in an anytime touchdown bet as well. And I know those are sucker bets, but I think there are some leans that look good. And Zay Flowers has the league's second most receiving yards than a touchdown. Let's start there. But not only that, over the last 3 games, 28% target share. We're yet again removing Odell Beckham. And it looks like at this point, Rashad Bateman from this offense. And the Titans are also allowing 92 receiving yards per game to opposing wide receiver ones. So given that high target share and the fact that they're no longer using Zay Flowers exclusively on little Mickey Mouse routes, like he actually had a 12.5-yard depth of target last year, and his depth of target has increased in 3 consecutive games as well. So now we're talking volume and downfield shots. So I think we're getting in the end zone, and I think he's going over 56.5 receiving yards.
I'm with you on Baker. I mean, he's had a bit of a turnaround, I think you could call it. And he's been getting better and better each game. I'm wondering if that continues because his passing prop at 225.5 seems low. He had 246 against one of the best defenses in the league in the Saints. So I think over 225.5 for Baker is definitely worth a look at BetMGM, and it's -115. Not too shabby. The other thing is for me with this Bucs team, if they are able to keep it close or even beat the Lions, I think I'll be much higher on them. I just need to see more from the Bucs to figure out who they really are. I'm really curious to see how this one goes because I've definitely been impressed with what I've seen from the Bucs so far.
Absolutely. And I think we're all in agreement that Baker Mayfield and company can score on this Lions defense, even though this Lions defense has improved since last year. Certainly, they've done some pretty good things through a third of the season, so that's terrific. But what's been most fascinating about Baker Mayfield is he's not making the mistakes he used to make. You get him under pressure, you blitz him in just the right ways, then he falls apart. He is not an NFL quarterback when those things happen. But this year, you put him under pressure, and he's still able to perform. Against the blitz, a 50% success rate and a passer rating of 114.9. That is the 7th highest in the National Football League. You can't throw extra rushers on him. He is athletic enough to get out of the pocket, and then he can do some damage that way. I think Baker Mayfield can score here. And I get the Lions aren't a blitz-heavy team, but they do want to pick their spots to blitz. But I'm not sure they'll be able to because Mayfield still may be able to get something out of nothing. So in that respect, it is interesting to me that this total has gone down. I don't know if it's weather or personnel concerns, injuries, whatever the case may be. I like the over here. I think both offenses will score and score a lot. So the over is definitely a play I love in this one. The total is interesting, Joe. It's at 36, which leads me to believe that the 49ers aren't facing the Cleveland Browns. They're facing the Iowa Browns.
This game. What do you do with this game? What do you do with it? You said the public's in on it? Of course. I mean, yeah. I figured that this game was going to jump way past 7, and it did. It went even further than I thought. I'm sure part of that is knocking it out of the teaser zone, which probably won't stop people anyways. They'll still end up teasing the Niners if they want to tease the Niners, even though it doesn't make much sense. What do you do here? All right, PJ Walker's in. 5 starts last year, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 134 passing yards per game. Oh, but don't worry. He's probably been preparing for 2 weeks for the San Francisco 49ers front. Good luck with that one, Peach. I mean, what is this Watson thing? Like, there are a lot of rumblings that he's been cleared to play for a couple of weeks now. And, like, he's choosing not to. So this could be a complete disaster. I don't know. 15 straight regular season wins for the Niners. Yeah, they should beat them up. I don't have anything strong in this. Low total. I considered with PJ Walker in, do we go Browns under on the team total? It's 12.5. We probably should, but it's 12.5. I mean, you get one unlucky special teams thing to occur, or defense,
scoop and score, and that's it.
That could mess that up. So yeah, there's like no room for error in that one. Guys, I'm not doing anything in this game. I hate this game. It's San Francisco after the Dallas spot. Like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm not laying double digits on the road against the best defense in the NFL. There's been a change in the Bears offense over the last couple of weeks, and part of it is easier opponents. Broncos, Commanders defenses their last 2 games. Hello, the Vikings defense stinks too. What they've changed is play action on early downs. More of that. We've seen that, and what do you know? See a lot more success. Remember, Fields has a perfect passer rating when he targets DJ Moore in 5 games. So I don't know if we'll get out of this game, and that will still be the case, but both offenses, even without Jefferson, can be explosive. I like the over. I'm not worried about the weather.
Okay, good. If you're not worried about the weather. So from a props perspective, first, the Vikings have been struggling to run the ball, period. Now you don't have Justin Jefferson. Like, who is going to step up, right? Or are they just going to spread it around a little bit more? It's tough to figure out because we don't really know. I'm looking at Jordan Addison. His props are so low that he's gone over receptions and receiving yards. His receptions is even money at 4.5 over, 51.5 receiving yards over. That's only -115. He's gone over that 4 out of 5 games. Man, I think I'm going to look at Jordan Addison for maybe both receptions and receiving yards over. I think he's the most equipped to step up here.
Okay.
I'm more of a TJ Hawkinson guy. I think he's probably going to be the one who gets this offense going here. And I get that I'm dealing with small sample size theater here, but on only 20 dropbacks have the Vikings not had Justin Jefferson. But look, without him, Cousins still has a positive EPA per dropback. He's averaged more than 9 air yards per attempt. And while I do think it's a TJ Hawkinson adjustment, Cousins has no problem throwing the ball down the field when Jefferson's not out there. Intermediate to deep passes, especially against this Bears secondary. This is why I feel like the Vikings offense can still be effective, at least in this one game. And so absolutely, I love the over 44, Joe.
Ty God, T-Mobile, whatever you want to call him, let's go. I hope he makes it a ball game. Will I be betting my money on it? No, but I hope we have something there. If I'm the Bills, I'd rather face Daniel Jones and Tyrod in this spot. Just the way he's played this year. I'd be fine with that. Yeah. a double revenge. What's the rule on double revenge games? Do you bet it, or does two negatives equal positive?
Well, a negative times a negative is a positive. So there's that arithmetic. But is it really a revenge game for Daboll?
No,
because
it's not.
He was an assistant and then got promoted from another team. So it's not like he's, nothing happened. There was no falling out with the Bills. But with Tyrod Taylor, I think that is a revenge game.
It's legit. Like, they made that really dumb decision choosing Josh Allen over Tyrod. I guess it is. Like, that might be how he looks at it.
And have they won the Super Bowl? No.
Yeah, exactly. What's the matter with them?
Oh, no. I'm backing the Jets here. I'm absolutely backing the Jets here. I think these defensive injuries are significant. I really think that this Eagles defense is a little banged up, and it's just too many points. Like, I think this should be more like 5-4, something like that.
Wow.
Eagles will be playing a lot of single high coverage because they think they can handle Zach Wilson with the bodies they have. And I understand the approach here, but the man who's going to beat all that single high is going to be Garrett Wilson. like I expect them to have a pretty good, if not monster contest, kind of due for something like that, I feel like at this point. And Wilson, okay, I get, he's not the best, but against a banged up Eagles secondary, like there are some opportunities for him to get the ball through the air and get some key yards. So I look at this and say, you're getting the Eagles at just the right time if you're the Jets to at least keep this game close. And as far as props are concerned, here's a sicko one that I really like. We're going to talk about Breece Hall a lot in a game like this, but Dalvin Cook, 13.5 rushing yards. I love the over at minus 120.
Wow.
God, he stinks. But 13.5. I get it with that number.
So
I get
low.
it.
Quarterbacks have higher props than that.